cold, honey?
I'm spooked.
Nothing like spending the night in a dead woman's house to give you the creeps, huh?
Yeah. I don't think I got more than a couple hours of sleep last night. If I didn't think Terry needed our support, I would have never insisted on us coming.
Well, we'll go to the service. We'll hang around for the reading of the will, and then we'll head home, all right?
I wonder how she's holding up.
I'm more worried about Patrick.
He's not even here.
He is in spirit. If it wasn't for Patrick, we wouldn't have had to come back to Laurelton. Jennifer would still be alive.
We don't know he killed Jennifer.
Oh, if he didn't, then who did? No. Anna just needs a couple more pieces to fill out our little puzzle. You know, I might be able to find something out at the service of the reading of the will.
Morning. Oh, coffee, please. Thank you.
Did, anyone else have trouble sleeping last night?
Oh, yeah, I tossed and turned all night. Help me get back to Port Charles real soon. Patrick doesn't exactly have a lot of friends right now.
Well, they're not exactly lining up behind him, are they?
No.
Hurts to see Terry so sad.
And I'll be over soon.
Today, hopefully.
Yeah, well, don't count on it. Terry's gonna have to relive her grandmother's death in every painful detail. When Anna finds the killer and takes him to trial. What do you think we're all waiting for?
The O'Connors haven't arrived yet.
There they are.
Sad day for boss. I can't believe she's gone, you know. She's the only family I had left. Now
You got a new family. That's right. That's right. You're not alone.
Yes, and listen, if there's anything that Tim and I can do, don't you hesitate to ask.
Yes, indeed.
Poor little child, I just wish I could bring your grandmother back.
Son, can I talk for a second?
Sure.
You've been through so much.
And I can't tell you how upset your mother and I are about Patrick being questioned by the police.
Well, Anna's determined to pin Jennifer Talbot's murder on him.
Well, I'll tell you, Patrick and I never got along very well, but I just couldn't stand to see him in jail for murder.
Well, you better get used to it, Dad. The way things look now, nothing short of a miracle is going to save Patrick.
Son?
I'm worried about Terry, though I hope she makes it through her eulogy.
Yeah.
I don't think she should stay here any longer than necessary.
I agree.
I think we should get her back to Port Charles as soon as Jennifer's will is read.
Who do you think's going to run Laurelton now that Jennifer's gone?
Whoever controls the company, the Purity Water Company, as the company goes, so goes the town.
I want to thank everybody being here. I guess we should get started. I think Grandmother would appreciate it if we keep it simple. So the minister will say a few words at the cemetery.
Come on.
It will not be a formal service. I thought that maybe we should remember Jennifer Talbot in a personal way. I can't even begin to put into words how much she means to me. Most of you know that my way of giving tribute to my grandmother would saying Godspeed and rest in peace would be I am so happy. His way is my way. I am so glad
I don't care what anyone says. I will not let Patrick's life be ruined by the death of that old woman.
I'm sorry, you can't stay downstairs to listen to Grandmother's will being read. Ted said that only the people's names who are on it can be present.
I think we all understand, Terry.
Honey, your tribute to Jennifer was beautiful.
It was the best way I could think of to say goodbye.
The cemetery service was lovely. Terry, your grandmother would have been very proud.
I hope the reading of the will doesn't take too long. I'd like to get back to Port Charles on the first plane.
It's Patrick, right?
Yeah.
Jake, I really can't tell you how much I appreciate you doing this. If Aunt Devane finds any new evidence against Patrick, he's really going to need you.
We better go downstairs. They're waiting on us,
Yeah.
okay?
See you later.
Okay.
I heard what you just said to Kevin. And I still can't really believe that you are defending Patrick.
I have to.
Why?
Because I can't find a shred of evidence that shows that he's guilty. Can't you understand that?
No, I cannot understand that.
This case is going to tear them apart. Do something.
You know, this is really none of my business, maybe, but I don't think it's a good idea to let this whole mess interfere with your personal lives. You really hate to ruin something that's that nice.
Man's right.
So what are we going to do about it?
Well, I'm not going to give up something I believe in. I don't think I should. And if it comes down to choosing between you and this case, I suppose Ruby will hire me as a dishwasher at Kelly's. I believe in the judicial system, Bobbie. And that means justice for all. It's so awful that I'm trying to help somebody get that.
No, of course not. And I didn't mean to imply that it was. I think I'm just so emotionally wrapped up in this case, I can't see straight anymore.
Can you live with the idea that I'm defending Patrick?
I love you for your convictions. And I don't think you should lose them for me or for anybody.
You got a deal. I got a big favor to ask you.
Anything.
Let Patrick come back and live in the brownstone.
What?
If I defend Patrick and he's not allowed back
Possible
in the
murderer
brownstone...
living in my house? Never. No way. Forget it, Jake.
You two really should stop and think about what you're saying.
I can't believe that you would dare to make a suggestion like
And
that.
I can't believe that you're upset about this. Weren't you the one that just said you're in love with me for my conviction? Patrick is not guilty.
Jake, how can you say that? You don't know that? He may have been the man that murdered Jennifer Talbot. Not to mention her Moody, Neil Johnson.
May is a long way from doing it. I'm surprised at you, Bob. How can you convict somebody when there's no proof? I just never figured you for someone who would prejudge a person.
At least I am not so obsessed with justice for one person that to hell with the rest of the world.
The rest of the world? I think the rest of the world is perfectly capable of dealing with itself, don't you?
Can the rest of our tenants protect themselves from a murder who has already killed 3 people? Are they going to protect Terry?
Bobbie, I share your fears about Terry and everybody else in that brownstone.
Then why do you insist on bringing the danger under our roof?
This danger, as you call it, is my client.
I think Jake's right. I think Patrick should be allowed in the brownstone unless we're given reason to think otherwise.
What are you talking about? I mean, if I'm out on patrol at night, I don't want to have to worry about whether you're going to be safe in our own home.
Okay, counselor, you heard it. That's one of your tenants talking, one of the brave.
That doesn't change my responsibility to my client.
What about your responsibility to Frisco and Felicia? What about Tony and Tanya? They're going to feel the same way.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily. Tony had Felicia sleep in their apartment when Frisco was out of town.
I understand how you feel, I really do. I just wish you could say the same about me.
Wait a minute. Now, why don't we just let all this ride until we get back to Port Charles, and possibly things will change?
Oh, yeah, things will change. Maybe Patrick get arrested and thrown in prison. That would solve a lot of things for everybody, wouldn't it? Just wish they'd finish the damn reading of that will.
And so I leave these small remembrances to Ted, Sarah, and the sheriff. I cherish the pieces dearly and find comfort in knowing that they will be passed on to such good friends. To Tim and Kathleen O'Connor, I leave my collection of antiques. Many of the objects have been in my family for generations. By giving these parts of my history to the O'Connors, I hope to bind our two families even closer in the future. The remainder of my estate, including all cash, property, stocks, and bonds, particularly my shares in the Purity Water Company, I leave, to no one's surprise I am sure, to my devoted granddaughter, Teresa.
It's what your grandmother wanted. If she couldn't be here with you, she had to at least make sure you'd be taken care of.
Well, then, I guess that's it.
Not quite.
What do you mean?
Well, there is a codicil that has been added to the end of this document.
What? You mean there's more?
Apparently.
Trust Jennifer to keep him guessing.
What exactly did dear Jennifer add to her will?
I don't really know myself. This is the first that I've heard of it or seen it. The codicil is dated recently.
Well, what else has she got to give away?
Who knows? Perhaps she decided to take it all with her.
Well, read it.
I take pen in hand to personally amend this will. The most fortunate of circumstances has caused my change of heart. My granddaughter, Teresa, the treasure of my life, has married a man of whom I think most highly. I could not have picked a better partner for Terry had the choice been left entirely to me. Kevin O'Connor is a wonderful young man. He is intelligent, attractive, charming, and most importantly, devoted to Teresa. As such, as an indication of my affection for Kevin, I hereby retract my bequest to Teresa of all my shares in Purity Water Company. Instead, it is my desire that the stock be equally divided between Teresa and Kevin. May it bring them both the happiness and security they deserve. Signed.